The winter campaign has been out now for a couple of days, and Trackmania players have already done their usual thing, which is to break the maps in standard fashion. But not only that, one of the maps, Brazil here, has a shortcut that puts Nadeo in an impossible situation. But we'll get to that in a bit. Let's start on map 1 and go through the maps one by one and see what players have done. There might be more tricks, more shortcuts I am unfamiliar with. I'm at least unfamiliar with this player. Zombie4053 with the record? Never heard of Zombie. Whoa, they snow slide? Like they do an ice slide, but it's a bit sideways over the snow? First time hearing of most of these guys actually, so very impressive. Zombie is the GOAT of under 10 seconds. Oh, you guys know him. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd never heard of him. Map 2 is grass, and we have Lord Quacked and the Peas. Full no sliding all the way, I'm guessing. Wow, even in the uphill they no slide for most of it. These guys are just so good on sliding maps. Different line, but he's gonna have way more speed for the right turn. Yeah, smart. Not too much more to study there for now. 22 seconds here by Shadowcrancer. Okay. People have said it's a full no slide on the outside ending, but I have yet to see how that would work. Okay. Oh, that is nice. Wow. With a delayed gear up as well. Okay, cool. We're just gonna go through them in rather quick fashion, guys, unless there's something to stop and take a look at. Complex and Fatal 44, also a player I haven't heard of. Oh, it's this one. Is there a zoop here yet? Is there a reactor trick? You keep 5th gear throughout the entire plastic? No way. I didn't think that was possible. Yeah, someone's gotta find something with that reactor, I'm sure. Give them a couple of months, they'll find something. Rint the world record here. 21:18 and oh, look at this. He goes to the right for more speed before the rally car. My personal best here does not, you can see. But it is already overtaken and they will keep accelerating. Apparently 33% steering there, the best. So guys, if you happen to have a certain type of keyboard that can get you close to those percentages, I mean, like this turn, I mean here, 34%, 33%, who's counting? Rinta though, the best player at the moment with the new cars. Makes sense he has that one. 06, Crude with the world record and Trax TM. Also, player, I mean I might have heard of Trax, but I haven't seen him on the leaderboards. They don't do outside. Kind of just sharper uphill and no slide after. Oh my god, it's like they're gliding, bro. 300 speed. Crude's last sliding was a little crude. It was a little bad. Why does he not just insta air brake? Maybe just panicking. Once you're here, a fast run will always clear, so you should always insta air brake, right? Anyway, cool run. We're probably gonna see insta air brake world record, my prediction. Alright, 07, Hobbit, and Darkest Sentinel. This is just tech. Actually, they're not as far ahead as I thought they'd be. Wide setup. Do they touch the grass here? No, it's perfectly dodging everything. Whoa. Strange air brake here too, I think. I'm sorry for being such a critic, but I don't like this air brake. But okay. Nice run. I'd say it lost a few thousandths in my back seat here. Co-Pro world record on 08, I believe it is. They kept 4th gear for a very long time. Sharp uphill. These uphills have not gone the way Nadeo wanted them to. People are just not driving the outside ever. I think I drove outside in my entire Discovery and all my runs in Ranked as well. But like, look at this. Inside here, typically you'd go out to the green, right? On the other side, but no. Swedish record, you gonna do anything about it, Wirtual? I mean, I'll leave it to Solivagans and Lord Quacked. They tend to beat CoPro. Maybe this is his season though. This map, guys, look at this. Like, this has a really big gap. And I think it's because there's a strat. Right to the left here, you, instead of going over the penalty, you get a bump, a tiny one. But this means you're not driving on the grass. You're wobbling over it with a lot of speed. My personal best already did something to this effect. So if you want to get a huge PB on this map, go for that bump, because now they're just faster. They're also likely going to do the diagonal loop line. You steer sharply left as soon as you're going down to avoid sliding. How's that? Oh, Redson hesitated. Complex world record by 600ths. 39.86 by a player again I've never heard of. Who is Benita Borbonus B? No, but actually, is this a rename? Feel like I know most of the players, guys. And the others are really well known. Crazy setup, but okay, he is behind. And then just a nice downhill. TM2 tech player, McPlayer? I'm sorry if I'm ignorant and unfamiliar. Ice map, Genru with the world record. Flawlessly. Driving with the Lagoon car, I believe that is. Yeah, they speed slide the start. And then... oh, they're so sideways, wow. Cute! Very cute. Chat, why does Wirtual look so tall and handsome today? We've been talking about this. I need YouTube's opinion as well. Should I cut the hair, guys? It's getting way too long, I think, but tell me. I haven't done it out of laziness. I need to practice this map too, by the way. This is played in Cup of the Week tomorrow. Oh my, the speed. First ever Cup of the Week happening on this, guys. Tomorrow at 5 PM. Whew. Complex is a gamer. How did he have time to drive all these? It's a bit of a 14-year-old's haircut. It's not the broccoli. I'm not going for the broccoli. But, oh, they air brake to dodge here. And then they keep a bunch of speed, nice. Complex is on house arrest. Oh, but I mean, he's driving Trackmania game stuff too. He's just everywhere. Okay, these are already very clean in my view. I cannot see many flaws there. 14, Hobbit with the world record. There was one of these maps where Base, my editor, had world record for a brief moment in time. It might have gotten beaten already, but would be happy to show if it's still there. Oh, cute as well. Very cute. Just to dodge grass. Instead of going around the pillar, you... oh. You get a bump here, and that makes it worth it. Yeah, that's pretty precise, guys. Oh, there are tricks in Trackmania that are not too flashy, but they're just like, oh, you know, you're cool. Alright. We have a 1.5 minute map, guys. Shadow Cancer Domination. Okay, that's already quite cool. Someone said when I was playing ranked the other day, like, why are you not doing the world record jump? And I was like, yeah, okay, I see, they're jumping a little bit. He's cutting off half the jump to skip penalty. That's quite extreme. And he does skip here, okay. Bit more road that way. Wow, every lap. No, that's sick. That's really sick. Base had 19 for 4 hours, okay. I'll check when we get there. Too smooth? He's probably gonna have it all 3 laps. His drift was better now. He has way more speed into last lap. Still a bit to go though. His first lap drift didn't seem that good. Okay, and a bit high there, but he's also speed sliding the end of it. Ooh. Jesus. Okay, there's a lot of good things in this run. Oh, small hesitation. Fair though, it's world record by a ton, but insane. Alright, 16. 41-16 so far. By Snake. Don't think we're gonna see any tricks here, just clean ice slides. All the way. The ice players always hunt the one ice map they have. And this is the one this time around. So yeah, that's nice. Oh, going high though to yeah, reduce airtime. That's very nice. Wait, was that? If he held 3rd gear after the snow, that is incredible. Oh my, you can keep 3rd here? Okay, that's sick. That makes this map so much harder to hunt, because you need that gear. You already put 1 hour and 16 no auto time? Yeah, people are talking about 16 on Reddit as the hard one to get this time, out of the first ones. Piranha and Physiological. Small little bump there too to dodge grass, I think we saw. Onto the platform, slow. Very high here, I like that for the speed. Now you can jump really far. Ramp cut onto the platform again. Pre-drifty uphill so you get sideways. Seems like didn't gain that much though. Physiological, better line. And then ending. Okay, yeah, I mean similar. Looks like a comp map, just regular competitive track, but driven really well. You should try the winter clone campaign. Is that a thing? Has someone made that? I'm gonna try like a lot of these things after Trackmania games is over, I think. Lufok with the world record. What are you qualifying for? Trackmania games on Sunday. Sunday at 7, there's a big race. It's really cool. Wait, I gotta check it out then. That was some nice penalty dodging too. Didn't see that line. And they jump really high, but just low enough to land still. Someone had a crazy shortcut idea here on Reddit. It hasn't been done yet, but the idea was to bug slide on the edge of the mountain and get to the red booster sooner, which actually seems like it could gain. Maybe. Who knows? Track reminds you of Turbo. They're definitely built in that style. This one should definitely remind you of Turbo. This is the one. So we're gonna watch Base here, alright? Lufok, you have enough world records. Base, my editor, my beloved editor. With a world record at the time it was driven. Huge. I haven't had any world records this campaign, but my editors have. How crazy is that? GG for Base. Who's currently ahead, you know, in the comparison? They land directly in the water. Great quarter pipe jumps by Lufok. Setting up max wide and going max low. Really well built map, like the mountains are just out of the way and they bug slide the finish. I didn't expect that. I gotta hunt this map, guys. When I get around to hunting the campaign, I'm looking forward to that one. Map 20, the last of the normal maps. This one was a 4-lapper. Propanoia with a huge world record margin. as maybe expected in 4 laps. I'm predicting the nose stand strat. There might be something else as well. But definitely we're gonna roof it here and try to stand on the nose for a long time. Oh my god, already skipped a bunch of penalty. This seems to really be the theme of the campaign, right? Penalty grass skip simulator. There are so many off-road surfaces, and that's really where at the top level you make the biggest difference. Like, sure, this drift matters, and the way you drive the quarter pipes matters, but the amount of time gain if you bump a bit better across the grass here is extremely powerful. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, but we see a lot of the same themes. That looked a bit slower. Bad gear change. So we are probably gonna see this improved throughout the season. Great drift. And rinse repeat. Rinse repeat every lap, guys. Sour Gurkha is getting closer in the comparison, but by the looks of it, Propanoia had a good last lap. I'm surprised they don't set up even wider for the drift. Like, you could get a bit more speed down the hill. Maybe it's too much to the point where that trick doesn't work the same way. But yeah, do that 4 times and the world is yours. Nice run. Guys, the special maps, and the reason I wanted to make this video is to talk about the shortcut on Brazil, truly. Also, maybe fun for you guys to see the records, but the shortcut on Brazil. The thing is that these last maps are this season's competitive maps, and there's these huge prize pool tournaments, right? So players are more motivated than ever to compete. The first part of the competitive circuit is that the players will play in the Elite Cups. So every 2 weeks, there's a Cup of the Day style format. You play a 15-minute qualifier, the top 64 times on these maps qualify. And just making it to Division 1 will give you points and something to play for. So the big problem you have is that one of these maps has a huge shortcut. So if you're Nadeo, like, what do you do with the map? Because you've never really updated campaign shortcuts. It would be unprecedented. And are you gonna start doing it now? Like, I feel like there would be some outrage about that. But there would definitely be outrage if someone random... Oh, look at that strategy. That's really cute. Hitting the pillar for speed gains. The tires still have the booster effect when you hit here, so you can still accelerate very fast. There would definitely be outrage if some random guy takes the spot from like Scrappy or Granati in qualifier because they hit the 1 in 100 Brazil shortcut. Whoa, Darkbringer's playing? Okay, all the old names are back to compete, guys. This is really cool. Darkbringer is a legendary Trackmania player. We are on France, the half-pipe remake. Oh, they do it like that, keeping grip. I struggled a little bit with this auto time, and they are 3.5 seconds faster now, guys. Like, the world records really now do not give justice to how tricky the auto miles can be. Full outside for second gear over the grass. Still second gear. Diagonal jump, sure. Has to gain a lot in the quarter pipes though. Second gear kept again. This is super tricky identity to go low on each one without failing. Oh. Yeah, Darkbringer's end is like pristine. Alright, America. 103. Okay, I barely beat auto time. But I was going outside start, I think, so... Again, something you can do if you are going for this auto time. Do inside dirt lines, it's apparently much better with these blocks. And then you just jump perfectly low. Why wouldn't you? Very, very difficult. Makes sense they do this line, lots of speed. They release to dodge. Oh, and I like that line. Release to dodge 5th gear into nose down, so it starts an auto drift for you. Wallbang. The police is not gonna be happy about this. Wallbang on purpose on a competitive map. I've seen this get punished before, guys. Players have gotten written warnings from the devs by intentional wallbangs. Like, this is quite criminal in Trackmania esports. They don't like the wallbangs. I think they're cool, but also you should know though, the records we're seeing here publicly, like there might be players that have campaign world records offline but choose not to drive them publicly because it matters so much to keep your strategies as much as you can secret. Brazil. Here we are. Even Kosas, I think you were in chat on the leaderboard. Guys, this is the problem track. I'm very curious what Nadeo are gonna do, because it's probably gonna set a precedent for what should be done in these situations. But we have this track, right? And there's huge gaps in the leaderboard, and the reason is over here. Not this turn, the next turn. So here's what happens. You get a bunch of speed. And then with this speed, you set up wide. Sinks is going normal way. Zentian and Kosas are jumping, bouncing through the triangle, and landing back on the track afterwards. And they've just cut a huge chunk of time. Like, Sinks had to, in this section, go all the way around, drift through the checkpoint where they're bouncing, and then go all the way over this like yellow wave. And by the time he reaches the checkpoint, they're just kind of gone. So what do? Do you update it? I'd be sad. I think campaign shortcuts are beautiful. Do you not update? I think the competitive players would be kind of outraged about that. Like, we're gonna compete on a map where some random guy could shortcut? You're telling me a Swede can qualify to the top league of Trackmania just by getting lucky once like this? Whereas the rightful world record holder, the Norwegian of course, could have his spot denied. Just saying, that's a little strange, don't you think? They could just say, shortcuts not allowed, right? And that would probably be the best. But then the question is, how do you actually enforce it in quali? You'd have to manually look through all the records, or have them compete on a different map. If you have a clever solution for Nadeo, write it out, maybe they'll see it. The last map of the campaign is Greece, with Shadowcrancer with the world record. Not sure if there's any huge finds here. You have the blocks at the end that maybe they found some skip for, like skipping one block, but I kinda doubt it. With the shortcut thing, it is also hype, you know? It's genuinely hype if someone hits it in quali. But you don't want the outrage, I don't think. I mean, if a guy hit it in match, would you guys be mad at him or be like, holy shit, that's cooked? It's like if someone finds well, not finds, but does a shortcut that crazy in a match, it is kind of respectable. Nosedive and skipping penalty. Here's where I thought maybe there would be something. Like speed and jump across one? No. Wow. Yeah, simple but clean. Those are the records. One shortcut so far, couple of tricks to reduce airtime and skips, bug slide on map 19, but overall pretty plain so far. We gotta see some more craziness. We're gonna do another one at the very end of the campaign, like 2 days before, so we can compare times and see how far players got on the maps. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will be doing a lot with this campaign, like ranked, probably some top 100 type thing. So stay tuned for that. and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube friends.